Once, a donkey was wandering in the forest. He found a lion's skin left by a hunter. He dressed himself in it and pretended to be the lion. All the animals mistook him for the lion. They started running away in terror. The donkey was so pleased that he uttered a loud, harsh bray in excitement. A fox, who ran with the rest, stopped after hearing the voice. He approached the donkey and said, "If only you didn't bray, you would have frightened me too." The donkey dropped the lion's skin on the ground. He walked away with his head hanging in shame. Moral: clothes may disguise a fool, but his words will give him away. The Gnat and the Bull. A little gnat flew over a meadow. After flying around for a while, the gnat got tired. He settled on one of the horns of a bull. After some time, the gnat got ready to fly away. Before flying, he said to the bull, "Pardon me for resting on your horn. You must be glad to have me go now." "You think too highly of yourself," said the bull. "I did not even know you were there." "Oh, my apology," said the gnat and flew off. Moral: one should not place self-importance before courtesy. A farmer had 4 sons. The 4 sons were hard workers, but always quarreled among themselves. One day, the farmer got really sick. He wanted his sons to share the farm and work together, but knew that his sons would continue to fight. The farmer decided to teach them a lesson. He called his 4 sons. He gave each son a stick and asked them to break it. Each son easily broke the stick. Now the farmer gave each son a bundle of sticks and asked him to break it. Each tried his best but couldn't break the bundle. The farmer said, "Just like these sticks, if you are united, nobody will be able to harm you. But if you quarrel all the time, anyone can easily break you." The sons realized their mistake and started working happily together. Moral of the story: there is strength in unity. There was a crow who did not like his feathers. "I wish I were a peacock," he would say. "You are beautiful as you are," the other crows insisted. But he paid no attention and flew off to admire the peacocks. He saw the peacocks dancing around, flaunting their colorful tail feathers. The crow saw some peacock feathers lying on the ground. He quickly flew down and stuck those feathers on his tail. "Now I am as beautiful as a peacock," said the crow, and went to dance with the peacocks. The peacocks told him angrily, "You are not a peacock," they said.
Go away. The sad crow came back home. As he sat down alone, the other crows said, "Learn to love yourself as you are." Moral of the story: you are the fox and the goat. One day, a fox fell into a well. He tried, but he was unable to get out. A thirsty goat came to the well and saw the fox inside. "Is the water good?" asked the goat. "Finest in the country," said the cunning fox. "Jump in and drink some." The goat jumped in and began to drink the water without paying any attention to the fox. The fox quickly jumped on the goat's back and leaped out of the well. The goat, realizing what trouble he had got into, begged the fox to help him out. "You foolish fellow. You should have thought of a way out before you jumped in," said the fox and ran away. Moral of the story: look before you leap. Think before you take any decision. And the fox. A piece of meat was lying on the ground. A lion and a bear both saw it at the same time. The lion and the bear started fighting over the piece of meat. A fox saw them fighting for the piece of meat, which was still untouched. He stood there waiting. After some time, the lion and the bear became tired fighting and sat down. The fox quickly seized the chance and ran to pick up the meat. The lion and the bear were too tired to do anything. They could just watch the fox eating the meat. Both of them thought,
"It would have been much better to share the piece of meat."
Moral of the story: it's better to share than to fight over something. There was a swiftly flowing river, and a narrow log was the only way to cross it. Two goats came at the same time on either side of the log, but their pride wouldn't allow the other goat to cross first. One set foot on the bridge, and so did the other, until they met horn to horn in the middle. "Let me pass first," said one of the goats. "Never! You get out of my way," said the other. While pushing each other, both lost their balance and fell into the river. Moral of the story: it is better to yield than to come to misfortune through stubbornness. Two fairies were debating if it was possible for a living being to change its nature. One said yes, but the other said no. To settle the dispute, the first fairy turned a cat into a maiden with her wand. She said to the second fairy, "Now let's see what happens." The fairy got the cat maiden married to a young man. After the wedding, the couple sat down for the wedding feast. "See how well she is behaving? Who could tell that yesterday she was but a cat? Surely her nature has changed," the first fairy said to the second. "Wait a minute," replied the second fairy. She let loose a mouse into the room with the flick of her wand. As soon as the bride saw this, she jumped up from her seat and started chasing the mouse. The second fairy smiled at the first and said, "See, I told you."